This is from a middle school math classroom. You can see the learning targets up there. Students are told what they have to complete for the day. When I was there, they were working in stations. Notice the timer in the top right corner. Here is a social media reminder. We found that these were posted in most of the rooms. These are the types of chairs that are in every single classroom. They are on wheels, and the writing part of the desk actually rotates 180 degrees, which makes it ideal for kids to move around the room, to form small groups, to just turn and easily face one another. As you can see here, kids were working on problems on the whiteboard. This is also something I saw in most classrooms. Here is a close-up of the student desks. Notice they can store their belongings underneath. I'm told that they are around $250 per desk. This is what a typical room may look like at the end of a class. Obviously, the desks are not in your traditional rows. This was also pretty common in classrooms. Teacher letting the students know how they can stay connected. Lots of different forms of communication to stay connected to things going on in the classroom. Here's a phys ed class where students were using their iPads to watch a YouTube video of the Cleveland Shuffle, and then at the end of teaching themselves the movements, they were going to practice as a large group without the aid of their iPad. Here's a social studies class where kids were instructed to watch videos on their own, and then they had to collaborate in groups after that. In the morning, after the Pledge of Allegiance, they have a second pledge, which you can see here. This is posted in every classroom. I would love to see our school adopt something similar to this. I like how the focus is on the growth mindset. You could see this teacher is telling everyone to put their devices down and under, so there are certainly times where kids are not using their devices. Here you can see the QR codes posted on the wall for kids to walk up to them and scan with their devices, which would then take them to a specific web page to access whatever information the teacher wanted them to have. This was posted in most of the rooms that I was in. It appears to be a way for students to self-assess. This is one of the coolest things I saw today. They call this a catalyst room. It's also known as an observational room, where parents or other teachers are able to see into this classroom through this one-way glass. So we can see them, but they cannot see us. There are microphones and speakers set up so that you can hear what's going on in the classroom. This is the observational room again. Notice kids are all engaged, working on different things. Some kids are on the whiteboard, others are on their computers, and over on the left-hand side there's a small group of students working with the teacher. Here's another classroom. Notice the U-shaped desk, which is ideal for helping 4 or 5 students at once, with the teacher being in the middle. This is pretty common in most of the classrooms. Notice the I Love Apps bulletin board in the background there. This district uses primarily iPads, so apps are a very major part of that. Here's another workstation, another one of those U-shaped desks. Notice the chairs are not on wheels, but the majority of the chairs we did see are on wheels, so this is kind of the exception. Notice the teacher chair. Here is another observational classroom. Notice on the left-hand side the glass window